Good morning, students. Today, let us discuss chapter number 5, HTML, Changing the Appearance of the Text. In this chapter, you will be learning the tags using which you can change the appearance of your text. You will learn how to make your text more interactive and appealing to the audience. Before starting this chapter, let us discuss the tags which we have learned in the previous chapter. In the previous chapter, you have learned the basic tags, how to write a basic HTML page. Now, let's say I give you certain set of instructions, and using these instructions, you have to write an HTML program. Now, how do we do that? How do we write a program by seeing certain set of instructions? Let us see that first, and then we will start with this chapter. You are given certain set of instructions like this. First instruction says, create a web page, my hobby. Change the background color of the page as yellow. At the center of the page, write your hobby. Draw a red horizontal line. Write a paragraph about your hobby. Write thank you scrolling at the bottom. Let's get started by writing an HTML program by using these instructions. If you see, the first instruction says, create a web page. Whenever you see any instruction that says create a web page, immediately write down the HTML tag. So HTML tag will represent the HTML document because you are writing your web page in HTML. Then it says create a web page, my hobby. That means my hobby is the title of your web page. To write the title of the web page, we will make use of the head tag. So what you will do is, you will write open head tag and close head tag. But children, in the head tag, it's the title tag that will contain the name of my web page. So I have to write down the title tag here. So title, and the title of the web page is my hobby. And once you write the title, you will close the title tag. So HTML document is create a web page. Then head tag is used to write the title of the web page. Once you are done with this, the first instruction is done. Now let us start with the second instruction. The second instruction says change the background color of the page as yellow. So background color of the page will be changed by the body tag. So first you have to define the body, and only then you can change the background of the body. So the attribute which we will be using to change the background of the body, that is BG color. So BG color attribute will be used to change the color of the background. Now you need to be careful while using the spelling of color. So it is COLOR. Background color is yellow. BG color is yellow. So you are done with the second instruction. Now come to the third instruction. At the center of the page, write your hobby using heading style 2. Now using heading style 2, I have to write the name of my hobby, what is my hobby, and that has to come in the center. The tag to use the heading style 2 is H2. So we'll write open H2 tag and close H2 tag. Within the H2 tag, I have to write the name of my hobby. But before that, I have to align my hobby to the center. To align the content of the heading to the center, the attribute we'll use is align. So the align attribute of the heading tag will help you to align the heading, that is set the alignment. So now the alignment is center. The spelling of center will be CENTER. Here you have to write whatever your hobby is, and once you have written your hobby, done. Then it says draw a horizontal line, and that should be red in color. So to draw the horizontal line, the tag is HR, and to change the color, the attribute is color is equals to red. This is how you will change the attribute. Now red color line will appear after this. Now you have to write a paragraph about your hobby. Now to align my heading to the center, I will use an attribute of the heading tag, that is align. So align tag will align my heading in the center. Write a paragraph about your hobby. To write a paragraph, children, the tag I will be using is paragraph tag, and in this tag you have to write about your hobby. So I'll just simply write a line, but you should write at least a paragraph about your hobby, just describing your hobby. Okay, now I'll align my paragraph to the center. It's optional, you can leave it left aligned or no alignment at all, but I'll align it to the center as that will look good on my page. So once this is done, paragraph is done, that is your instruction number 5. Now instruction number 6 says mention thank you at the bottom of the page scrolling horizontally. To make any word scroll on your page, the name of the tag is mark you, and inside this tag whatever text is written, that text will appear scrolling on the page. If you have done the example which I have given you in the previous notes, you can see there is a thank you at the bottom of the page which is scrolling on the page. So that is due to the mark you tag. Now I'm done with all the 6 instructions. That's it. This is how you write a program when the instructions are given. So it's very simple. Just read the instruction carefully and automatically you will get the tag which you are supposed to use, because HTML tags are really very simple to understand and use. Once you are done writing the program, you can save the program. Just click on save as, go to the folder where you want to save it, give the name of the program, and after the name of the program you will give .html extension. Once you give .html extension, change save as type to all files and click on save. Your program will be automatically saved. To check the output, you can open the folder where you have saved the file and open it with the browser. If you can see here, the name of my web page is my hobby. Then the hobby appears at the center in heading style 2. Then you have a red line, paragraph, and thank you scrolling. So this is how you will be writing a program when certain set of instructions are given. Now let us get started with the tags of chapter number 5. Chapter number 5 is all about making your text more appealing and attractive to the audience, how you make your content more emphasized and more attractive. So the first set of tags which we will learn here is italic tag, bold, and underline. These 3 tags are very common when you write any Word document also. We'll use italic to make a text tilt, then bold to emphasize, highlight the text, and underline to underline the text. So these 3 tags are container elements, so you will have a closing corresponding tag for them. So close italic, close bold, and then close underline. So now children, I will be using the previous program which I have given you in your notes, and I'll apply these 3 tags on that program. Now let us see how does it work. If you remember, this was the program on my country which I have given you previously. Now I will apply these 3 tags on this particular program and we will see how the output gets changed. Before doing that, let me just open this output and show you how it is. So the previous output was this. Now just look at the output of this program. This is the output of the program. Now I'll apply the changes and I'll show you how they are applied on this. So first I'll use the italic tag. So I'll write the italic tag here and I'll make the text till South Asia in italic. So till here. So it is the 7th largest country in the world by area and the largest country in South Asia. So this line will be tilted as I have applied the italic tag on this line. So you will Control S to save it. Now come to the output and refresh the page. Now if you can see here, it is the 7th largest country in the world by area and the largest country in South Asia. This text is tilted. So italic tag has been applied. Now in the next one, I'll apply the bold tag. So the capital of India is New Delhi. So that should come in bold. So I'll write the bold tag in the starting of the line and I'll close the tag at the end of the line. Control S. And now just refresh. So here the capital of India is New Delhi. It is highlighted. Then India is a peninsula. Only this part I will be underlining. So to underline, what you will use is, you will use the U tag. India is a peninsula. After this, you will close the U tag. Only this part which is written in between the underline tag will be underlined. Just Control S to save it and refresh. So if you see here, India is a peninsula, that is underlined. Now you might get a doubt, can we use all the 3 tags together or can we use more than 2 tags together? Yes, you can do them. So now let us see how to do. India is of about 7,517 kilometers. Only this part I will make bold, and after bold I'll make it underlined. So first bold, then after bold tag underline. After bold I have written underline, so I have to close underline first and then bold. This is how it will appear. See, bold tag open, then underline open, underline close and bold close. Now I'll save it. So you see I will be using 2 tags together, bold and underline. See, this part, it's appearing in bold and it is underlined as well. So this is how you will apply the italic tag, that is I, underline U and bold B. Now let us learn the next set of tags, that is strike. So again strike tag is also a container element. After strike tag we will use subscript and superscript tag. So subscript tag will be given by SUB sub and superscript tag will be given with SUP. So this is for subscript and for superscript. Now let us apply these 3 tags and see. As you can see, the strike tag will strike the text in which it is applied. So let's say I want to strike the line, it is the 7th largest country in the world by area and the largest country in South Asia. So you will simply write the strike tag and then after italic I have to close the strike tag and just save it. Now again go back to Chrome, refresh and see the output. This particular line is being struck. This is how the strike tag works. Now let us see the next tag, that is superscript and subscript. Children, sometimes if you see, you have some chemical formulas where you get some numbers written at the bottom. For example, when you write this, so in chemical formulas you have CO2, H2O, NO2. So there the number 2 comes at the bottom or at the subscript of the text. So now let us see how to write that. Chemical formula of water is H2O. So I'll separately write it and show you. So the chemical formula becomes H. Then 2 is supposed to come at the bottom. 2 will be written as subscript. So you will write 2 in subscript. SUB, to, and close SUB. So whatever you write in between SUB, that is subscript, that will appear at the bottom, and then O. This is how you will write H, then 2 in the subscript, and then O. Now let us see the output. Just save it and refresh. See here H2O. This is how you got the output. That's how you use the subscript. Let us write another example. CO2. C, O, and 2 in the subscript tag. Save it and refresh. CO2. Now they are appearing in the same line. I want CO2 in the next line. To bring that in the next line, I will have to use the BR tag. So write a BR tag after O. That will bring your CO2 in the next line. Save, refresh. See. Now CO2 appears in the next line. The next tag which we'll be using is superscript. Whenever you write the mathematical formulas like a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So in that, when we say square, so 2 has to appear in the power, and to write that we will use superscript. So now let us write the formula for a plus b whole square. First a plus b, first you'll be writing a plus b, a plus b. Then square has to come in the superscript. So you will write SUP, 2, and close SUP. So now it becomes a plus b whole square. Let us see how it appears. Control S. Again a plus b whole square is coming in the same line. So if I want to bring it to the next line, after CO2 I have to give one break tag. Now let me save it and refresh. So you see a plus b square is in the next line. Now let me write the complete formula. So superscript 2, a plus b superscript 2. So a plus b whole square is equal to a and then square. So square has to go in superscript. SUP 2, close SUP. Then plus b and again square, that means I have to write again superscript 2 and close the superscript tag. So now it becomes, just save it and refresh here. A plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square. Then plus 2ab is a normal text, so you can type it normal 2ab. That's it. This is how you will write the formula for a plus b whole square. So this is how we use the strike tag, the superscript, and the subscript. So these are the another tags which we have used. Now let us come to the next set of tags. This set of tags will be used to emphasize or to change the font. For example, if you see in many of the website, you see the font color of the text is different. So you have the text in multiple colors, you have the text in multiple sizes, you have the text in multiple writing formats. So how do we apply that? So if you want to make any change in the font of this text, the name of the tag is font tag. So font tag will be used to change the properties of the font which you write in the web page. So as this will contain the content whose font you want to change, so this tag is a container element. Font tag is the tag which is used to change the attributes or the properties of the font. Now in the font tag, children, you will have three attributes. First is size. Size attribute will change the size of the font. And in the size of the font, you can give any number. Now let us apply this and see in our web page. Now I will write one line and I will use the font tag for it. Here I will give a break tag because I will start from the next line. Now let me write something here and show you. So I'll use the font tag. Font size is equals to 6, and I'll write a text here. Hello world. Now whatever text I write here, that text will appear with the size 6. So Control S, open Chrome and check the output. See, the word hello world is in size 6. Now let me change the size and see. Let me apply the size 10. Now it will grow bigger. So refresh. This is how you can change the size of the font you are writing in your web page. The next attribute of the font tag is color. So this will help you to change the color of the font, and the input to this, the property, the value to this attribute will be the name of the color. So whatever name of the color you give, it will change accordingly. So now what I'll do in my program here, font size is equals to 15, color is equals to, let me give blue this time. So save, refresh. Now here if you see, my text changed to blue color. Like that you can apply different colors to your text using the attribute color. The next attribute of the font tag we will learn is the face attribute. So font face will change the type of font or the writing style you want to use. For example, if I choose font face as Jokerman. So this is the font face. I will apply the same on my program and I will see here face is equal to save it. See here, my font got changed. This is how you can change the face, that is writing style of the font. You can change the size of the font and you can change the color of the font. This is about the font tag of your web page. Now children, using these different tags to emphasize your font, to change or to highlight your font, you can use different tags and you can create your web page in a much attractive way. Now the last tag which you see here on the web page is your marquee tag. Let us learn the attributes of the marquee tag. Marquee tag has got certain attributes. Let us see them one by one. So the first attribute of the marquee tag will be the width and the height of the tag. This will specify how much will be the width and how much will be the height. So width is equals to, the value will be given in percentage again. So you have to write the number and give its percentage, how much percent you want to use. Width is equals to 100% and height is equals to, let's say 50. Save, go to your web page and refresh. See here, the width is 100% and the height is 50. The next one is BG color. You can change the BG color as well. BG color is equals to red. Control S, go to your web page and change. So here you got the BG color as red and then your thank you is scrolling there in between. Then you can also give the direction. The direction will specify that in which direction your text will be scrolling. For direction, you will simply give the attribute direction is equal to, and the value will be the direction. So you have 4 directions: up, down, left or right. So let's say if I give up, Control S and refresh. Now your text goes upwards. Similarly, if I give down, it will come downwards. If I give right, it will come from right. And if I give it left, then it will move towards the left. So I'll give it right. So I want it to move towards right. That is the reason I'll give it as right. Now Control S and refresh. If you see here, my text is going towards right now. This is how you can use the attributes. There are some more attributes which I want you to try on your own and check how it is working on your web page. So this is about your chapter, that is HTML, changing the appearance of the text.